Alright, hello everyone, this is 707 Bros Time with another video. This time we're gonna draw Fennekin, and this is how it turns out, as you guys can see on the screen. So if you guys wanna try it out, then let's get started. And I recommend that you guys pause the video, that way it'd be easier for you guys. So yeah, so basically we're just gonna start with the circle. Just try to make as perfect as you can, the circle. Right here I don't do it perfect, but it doesn't really matter, but it'll help you. And now we're gonna split the circle in half, and then we're gonna make probably the line like the length of another circle. So right here is like the same length almost as the circle. So yeah, and that's just gonna be for the leg. So as long as you guys follow these shapes as close as you can, then it's gonna turn out just like the reference that you guys saw. So right here, just gonna do one of the ears. You guys could do the ears wherever you guys want, but right here I'm just gonna do them simple. And right here, just do two lines like this, and just try to make those two lines the same length, or else it's gonna be a little bit off. And I do end up making, I think, one of the ears a little bit smaller than the other. And now we're gonna do this right here, and just remember to make both sides the same length. From one point to the other, they have to be the same. And then we're gonna split off the circle around I'm gonna say a third of the whole circle, so not halfway, a little bit under the halfway mark, and then just go a little bit over the circle like this. And like I said, I didn't make the circle perfect, so you guys could tell right now that we split it off. So now we're gonna start on one of the ears. So on the top part, just put a point, and then just connect it with the other one, and just try to make it kind of like a curved line. Don't make it too straight, and just try to make both sides the same thickness. And that's gonna be the ear. So now we're gonna use that line at the bottom to finish off the ear. So start on one side and just curve it. Now we're gonna use the other one. And one of them doesn't turn out the same. I think this is the one that looks a little bit off. I think I made it a little bit higher than the other one. So I do have trouble with that one later on in the video. So now we're gonna do the eyes. So we're just gonna do another line right here, and just I can't talk. Just pay close attention to the size of each line, the length of each line. And now I'm just doing these two lines right here. Just try to make both of them the same length, going away from the circle. And that's gonna be the cheeks, the furry cheeks. And then we'll use that same circle for the shape. So right here I'm just gonna get an eraser just to erase any lines. Yeah, those extra lines. So on both sides, just try to make it as even as you can. And now right in the middle is the nose, but like I said, I don't make the circle the same on both sides, so it throws me off on one of the eyes. So right here, just doing a gap, doing a line for the gap for the eyes, just to get them the same length. So right here I do a little bit bigger because I see the squares don't really look the same. So now that we know where to place the eye, we're gonna start it, and it's kind of like a circular shape. It's like the shape of an egg, and this is the one I do wrong, and it is way off throughout the video, so don't pay attention to that one. I do go back and I change it, because like once you got most of the sketch done, then you could notice anything that doesn't look right, and that's when you guys could change anything. So right now, just this kind of like a rough sketch, so remember that. Alright, so now that we got the eyes there, now we're gonna start doing the mouth. So just do a line, a big curve, and then just make like half a circle. And now we're gonna start on the body. So that's the middle line, and then like right around the middle, a little bit higher than the middle, I'd say. Just do like a V shape. Use that reference line we did at the beginning, and that's gonna be where the legs, like the torso area. So now that we got that done, we're gonna do another line, and it's a little bit higher than where it points, like at the point, and then we're gonna use that for the area where the body curves. So as you guys can see, it's facing the middle. And now that we got that, we could use those to do the legs. It's kind of like a diamond shape, I'd say. Alright, so now that we got the legs there, just try to make those the same, because if it looks a little bit off, then at the end it's gonna look a little bit off. So yeah, the legs are, the feet are pretty simple. It's just a circle, but not like a complete circle. And then we're gonna do another line right here, and then another one right here. Just try to make both sides as even as you can, and that's just gonna be the hind legs. So now we're gonna do the other feet, which is basically egg shape. And then this one looks off to me, so it looked a little bit shorter, so that's why I keep adding to it. So now that we got that, we can start doing the details on it. So there's like a little line right there, and then there's like a spike coming out. So as you guys can see, it doesn't go too high up. If you compare it to the legs, it's right where the V ends. And then it has a smaller one below that one on both sides. So just try to make both sides even as you can, and that's the whole picture. And then I just started erasing all those unwanted lines that we used at the beginning, those shapes and everything. So as you guys can tell, it's all about just shapes. And actually, this is like my own way of drawing it. Usually when I draw a Pokemon or something like that, I don't do these shapes. Sometimes I do if I feel that it's gonna help me, but I don't always do this. But I'm doing this on these videos, these tutorials, just to simplify as much as I can. And hopefully it really helps you guys, because I try my best trying to simplify as much as I can. Alright, so now we're gonna do the tail. So it's basically a circle. Like if you guys did a circle and it's touching that middle line, like right here I'm showing, it should be a kind of like a perfect circle, as close as to one as you can. And as you guys can see, it doesn't go further than the ear. So now it just makes like a point, and that's just for the point of the tail. So that the reason for that circle was just to make it more accurate in a way. So now in the forehead, he has these like lines right here, like I'm doing right here. So the middle one's a little bit higher, bigger, longer, and then now the eyes. But like I said, the right one is the one that looks a little bit off, because it's not shaped right, and I think it's a little bit bigger than the other one. But I do go back and change that after. So now for the ear. So just pick a point, and like I said, just try to be as accurate as you can. Like right here, I do the right one a little bit higher than the left one, so that gives me trouble throughout the picture. So that's one of the things you guys need to see. So now we're just gonna connect it with the bottom line right there, like I'm showing right here. So to start on one side, and then just connect both sides. And you guys can tell right now that the right one's a little bit skinnier than the left one, and it does give me trouble. So I tend to go back and start changing it. But for me, it gives me a little bit more trouble since I am recording the video. I have the camera right on top of the drawing, so I can't lean over like most of you guys do when you draw. So there's some mistakes that I do once I'm doing the video that I can't tell, in other words. So that's why I always once I end the video, I go back and I change anything off camera, just because there's a lot of things that are harder to notice when you're doing the drawing from a different angle. So like right here, I keep working that ear because it just doesn't look right. So just remember that. So right here, it has like these other little things. We'll call them like little hills, and it has on both sides. But you guys can see it comes. They are a little bit higher than the original line. So yeah, so basically we're almost done. We got most of the shapes, the outline there, and right here I'm just curving that line a little bit, because if you leave it straight, it's gonna look a little bit off, you know what I mean? So you guys need to not leave no straight lines unless they're supposed to be straight lines. So just try to make it as natural as you guys can. So now we got Fennekin, like we got everything there. It's still a little bit rough, but like I said, I do go back and I change most of it. So right here I'm just making it a little bit darker. And just like on the ears, it's the same thing right here on the cheeks, that it kind of makes like a what should I call it, like a point, and then it goes in, and then it comes, there's like another spike. I don't know what to call that, but it's basically the same as the ears, that it has like two, there's like a line going almost running down the middle. So right here I erase like the nose, all those areas that have those sketch marks that we did, all those shapes at the beginning, just to get rid of those and clean it up a little bit. But I can still see where the nose is supposed to be, like I can still see it, and then also the mouth. So right here I'm just fixing the eye, because like I said, it's giving me I started to notice that one of the eyes is wrong, and it's something that you guys should expect if you guys know, seen my other drawings. Eyes are just not my thing. I have a hard time with eyes. I don't think I'm the only one, but yeah. So here, just finish the mouth, and then the teeth are just basically just do one line to the other one, and it makes these the triangle shape, and now those are the teeth. And then just do a kind of like a curved line for the eye, for the tongue I mean, and then on the eye is just a little line right in the middle. So right here I fix the eye because it's not clean, so I need to clean it up a little bit. So I fix the shape a little bit. And like I said, just try to make if you split it in half, just one side is supposed to be similar to the other side. So right here it looks a little bit better. And then I'm just making the tail a little bit better, giving it the actual shape. And then he has these like lines like right here that split off the tip of the tail. And I'm just making the legs brown. Like I said, just try to make it look as natural as you can. No straight lines, no like edges, like sharp edges. So just cleaning that up right here. And I am gonna color it, but remember you guys, this is not a how to color tutorial. This is just how to draw. But I'll show you what I did on the coloring area. So yeah, so we're done. All right, and now right here is the outline. Like I said, I go back and I change some of the things, like one of the eyes. I go back and I clean it up a little bit. I just changed the ear. I think I changed the right one and make it a little bit closer, like the left one. And just clean it up, in other words, erase any unwanted lines. And this is how he turns out. So and then right here, as you guys can see to the left, he has I have the colors that I use to color him. I'm not that good at coloring, but these are the colors that I used. So I used like a really light gray just for the shadows on the white areas, like on the mouth area, and then there's like brown red for what did I use that for? I guess I used that for the mouth, and then for like any area, dark areas on the red, for example on the eyes and on the ears, the inner ear. And then is that a red? No, that's what color is that? I really can't remember what color. Oh, it's like a pink, like a really light pink. um it's a like light dark pink, if that makes sense. And that was just for the mouth. And then it's not a yellow, it's like a gold, darker yellow, and I use that for the whole body. Because I noticed that he's not yellow, he's not regular yellow, but you guys can make him yellow. You guys can use any colors that you guys want. You guys don't have to do this. I'm just giving you showing you guys what I used. And then I used just a regular red, and then a really light brown for the shaded areas on the yellow. Alright, so now that we showed you that, this is how he ends up looking like. I think it came out right. I just like that pencil look feeling that it has to it. I didn't use no pens. There's no really dark areas. It's just, I don't know, I really like that look, that style of just using pencil and color pencils. It just makes it, I don't know, like it makes it look like a drawing is supposed to look like, you know what I mean? But this is how I colored it. This is my first time doing Fennekin. So yeah, and like I said, the right one I made it a little bit smaller. So hopefully you guys work on that and don't make the same mistake that I did. But I did fix the right eye, but now that I'm looking at it, I think I made it even smaller than the left one. So yeah, like I said, I'm not that good at doing eyes, but don't pay attention to that. So I used the gold just to go to color the whole body, everything that's supposed to be that color. And then I used that light brown just to go over those shadow areas, for example on the tail, on the torso, and the legs, the hind legs. And then I added some shadows also on the face that aren't necessarily on the reference that I used. And if you guys want to know what reference I used, so just go to Google and Google Fennekin, and he's gonna be, I think, the first image that's on there. And yeah, so I used that light brown for those areas. Then for the ears and the tip of the tail, I used just a regular red, although it turned out a little bit darker than I thought. And then I used the darker red, the like dark brown red for the shaded areas on that. But you really can't tell the difference. But yeah, and then I also did the same for the eyes, which are red, but they look kind of brown right now to me for some reason. But yeah, it's the same color as the ears. And then I just left the little white spot for the highlight. And then on the mouth area is just white. I didn't do anything to that. And then I just used the gray, light gray for the bottom area, just to make it stand out a little bit more. And yeah, so I think it turned out pretty good in the end. The nose is just plain black. And then also you guys need to pay attention to the eyes, because like on the outer edge of the eyes, the line is supposed to be a little bit thicker. If you guys look at the reference, you guys will notice that, because if you just do a line without making that edge a little bit thicker, then it's gonna look weird. He's not gonna look like him. So yeah, so basically this is how he turned out to be. And I hope I helped you guys. Feel free to post your pictures to see how they turned out. You guys could upload them to any website. Just don't post a link from like your Facebook or something, because like people are gonna know who you are, you know what I mean? And I don't really recommend doing that, but just upload a picture so I can see how it turned out. And let me know how helpful this video was. Yeah, so I just want to say thanks for watching. Please leave a like, it really helps me out, and subscribe for more videos. I do a video almost every day, tutorials. And yeah, so I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. 707 Brostown out.